We took a rail bike tour with the Andrews Valley Rail Tours, and it was a fantastic experience, a great way to see this side of the Andrews Valley that we've never seen before. It gives you a different perspective than when you're driving on the road through Andrews, a great view of the mountains. To give you some sense of where the rail bikes go, where you'll pedal on this adventure, you'll start in downtown Andrews, just off of Main Street, and then you'll pedal up the mountain. So you go through the valley, through some fields, and by the river. Great scenery, amazing views of the mountains, lots of things to look at. You're going to start at the old depot, and there are bikes available, bike tours available, but also you can take a cart ride if that's more of your preference as well. So that's what's shown here in this picture, and you'll see that right outside the depot. And then you'll end at a fantastic historic tunnel that was hand carved in 1894 by the Southern Railway. So just give you some idea of where you'll be headed on your tour. And these are the rail bikes, and so this is what you would see when you arrive. The seats are adjustable, and they fit everyone in our group, from someone that was over 6 feet tall to a 9-year-old who rode, and the adjustments worked well for our group to be able to effectively pedal. And there is an electric assist, so you don't have to use it all under your power. And you'll start by going uphill, so use the electric assist on the way to the tunnel, but on the way back it's mostly downhill, and so you're more often going to be using the brake than the electric assist to make it happen. So this is a little bit of a closer view. The nice thing, I found the capacity of the storage was great, especially it's just a 2 or 2.5 hour adventure, so there's plenty of room here to put your water bottle, snacks. You can put a small cooler or other bags there. Then there are behind both sets of seats, so a lot of storage there. And again, you can see the mixture of part of our group and the leg length and height to be able to reach those pedals effectively and have those adjustments that fit each of our group members. This is one of the views, so this is still in the valley here. Great views of the mountains around the valley. Just fantastic scenery. It's also a very simple ride because you don't have any steering. All you have to do is pedal or use the electric assist and brake, and so all of the passengers and the drivers don't really have to worry about steering, and you can look a lot easier than if you're driving or riding a bike where you have to pay attention to the steering as well. This is up further up the mountain, and so you'll be surrounded by trees. Part of this is under the canopy, part of it's out in the sun, so depending on the time of day, you'll have that mixture of both shade and sun. You do pass through a cow pasture, which I thought was fantastic. The cows are very friendly, so they're not gonna do anything to you. They're just minding their own business and eating and wandering around. So it's a nice view passing through this cow field. And here's another view of that storage, but also most importantly, the arrow here shows us where that electric assist is located. And I'll show a closer up view in just a second, but that gives you an idea. The front two passengers are going to be the drivers. In our group, one was handling the electric assist and the other on the brake. And this is a close-up view, so you see the button there is to engage the electric assist, and you hold that down to keep that electric assist going. And it's also going to display your speed there. So the tour guide will give you guidance on what an appropriate and safe speed is, and you can make sure that you're maintaining or staying under that safe speed as you're doing the tour. And here's another view. And so again, that's the speedometer that you could see in the electric assist, and then the white handle is the brake. And so the way we did it, one person was on the electric assist and the other person was using the brake. It is important to not engage those at the same time, and it'd be something that you wouldn't do because really on the way there you're using a lot of electric assist, and on the way back you're going to be using more of the brake to control your speed. And again, you can see the pedals and the seats are adjustable to fit those varying leg lengths. And this is the tunnel near the end where your turnaround point is, and it is a there and back. So you go to the end, the bikes get turned around, then you head back downhill back towards Andrews. And this is another image from inside the tunnel, and you can see it's rough cut because it is hand carved. and it's very cool in there, so it's nice on a warm day. If you're passing through, you can spend a little more time in the tunnel to cool off a little bit. And here's the final trestle, and we see the bikes have actually been turned around and they're facing downhill now to return back to Andrews. And another image of the trestle, that final trestle. You do cross a number of them, and it's a lot of fun looking down and seeing the creeks and the rivers as you make your journey. And at the end, there's a restroom you can use. And there's some picnic tables and benches, and this is fantastic. So I would encourage you, if you go, depending on the time of day, if it's a snack or if it's a meal, bring some of that food, sit and enjoy the cool mountain air, and nice scenery with the river there as you're taking a break and preparing for your return journey. On ours, we spent, I think, about half an hour or 45 minutes, and it was very relaxing. It was a good pace overall for our trip. Here are the rail bikes turned around to be headed back to Andrews, and I'll actually show the process for turning the rail bikes was really fascinating, a really ingenious way to make that happen and turn those around easily with one person, which I thought was really fun. So I'll show a video of that. But first, before I show those videos, I'll show some time-lapse videos of our trip going all the way up from Andrews to the tunnel, turning around and coming back. So I hope you enjoy these videos, and I hope if you're in the area in southwestern North Carolina, you'll try this out. Really a very fun experience for our whole group. for me, one of the most interesting parts about this was one of the engineering perspectives. The rail bikes themselves are highly and very well engineered and very efficient machines for moving a group of 4 people along the rail. But what I was aware of is I knew it was a single rail line, so I knew there was no place in the rail that you'd be able to turn around on your own. So I was curious how this was going to happen. And when we got to the end, I saw this equipment that was built, and the actual designer was there and was talking about that he saw pallets being put on this to be turned, and that's where he got the idea to do this. And essentially, you'll pull the staff will push the rail bike up onto this, turn it around, and then have him pointing back the other direction. I'll show a video in just a minute of this in action. And here's another angle, and it's 2 pieces, and so they put that other piece on top to pull the rail bike off, up on it to do the rotation, and they pull it back off so the bikes can go back down towards Andrew. So again, I'll show a video coming up right now, and hope you enjoy and hope you're as fascinated by this equipment as I was.